Hello everyone, my name is John. Today, I will tell you how to set up uploading new leads from a Facebook advertising account to the Corezoid service. This is necessary in order to automatically transfer new leads from Facebook to other systems. For example, you can send data about leads to the Corezoid service via a webhook, conveniently store, process and interact with them in every possible way in the future. Now let's move on to the setup. First, you need to create a new connection. Next, you need to select the Facebook data source system. Now you need to specify the action. Get leads new. At this stage you need to connect your Facebook account to the ApiX-Drive service. In this window we need to specify the username and password of the Facebook personal account. Then go to Advanced Settings. At this stage, you see the advertising pages to which you have access. The advertising pages for which you want to receive leads must be ticked. I recommend marking all advertising pages at once at this stage in order to be able to work with them in the future. If you get a new advertising page after connecting your Facebook account to ApiX-Drive, you will need to repeat the connection via incognito in the browser, and at this stage check the new advertising page. Leave all checkboxes enabled. When the connected login is displayed in the list, select it. At this stage, you need to select the advertising page for which you want to receive new leads. If you want to receive leads for all advertising forms at once, leave Yes, connect all current and new forms. If you want to receive leads on some specific forms, select No, select forms individually and tick the necessary forms. At this stage, you can set up a data filter. In this case there is no need for this, so just click Continue. At this stage, you see an example of one of your leads. If there is no data at this stage or ApiX-Drive test data is displayed, you need to wait for a real lead or generate a test lead through Facebook Business Messenger. After you do this, click Load Test Data from Facebook, and when the lead appears at this stage, click Next. On this, the Facebook data source setup has been successfully completed. Now you need to move on to setting up data reception. Choose Corezoid as the data receiving system. Next, you need to select an action. Send data. At this stage you need to connect your Corezoid account to the ApiX-Drive system. To do this, you must specify the URL to which the data will be sent. To do this, go to your personal account Corezoid. First you need to create a new process. Come up with a name, for example, by the name of the system from which we will receive data. Now you need to click on the Start button. In the window that opens, click Copy Webhook via JSON. Now go to the ApiX-Drive system and paste the copied webhook. After that, click Save. When the connected login is displayed in the list, select it. At this stage, we need to choose the type of data sending. Select PostJSON. Now we need to fill in the name and value parameters. In the name field, we need to specify the name of the variable under which we will transfer the value. In the value field, select a variable from Facebook from the drop-down list that will correspond to this variable. In order for another set of variables to appear, click Add. When all the necessary parameters are assigned, click Continue. At this stage, you see an example of the data that will be sent to Corezoid with each new lead from Facebook. If something does not suit you, click Edit and go back a step. In order to check the correctness of the settings, click Send Test Data to Corezoid. After successful sending, go to Corezoid and check the result. As you can see, the data was received exactly in the same format as we specified in the settings. If everything suits you, return to the ApiX-Drive service and continue setting up. This completes the configuration of Corezoid data reception successfully. Now you need to enable auto-update and select the communication interval, for example, once every 5 minutes. That's all. I wish you successful integration settings and good luck.